What's going on, everybody? All right, so a few of you guys asked about holding a pick, some of you beginners. I never thought that I would do a video about this just because a lot of people don't play with picks. A lot of people have a very interesting way in holding their pick. My guitar teacher, who was absolutely brilliant, I learned everything from this guy, held his pick with his middle finger and his thumb all the way out here. And I remember we were going through, once we were really starting to get into some of like the faster techniques and some of the other control issues, he did teach me how to hold a pick, not the way that he did it. And he did kind of mention that there is no perfect way and really it's whatever's comfortable. But I want to take some of the science and the physical part of it and put that into this video, because that's what I'm doing with our left hand all the time. So now that I kind of am looking at the proper way, technique-wise, to hold a pick, there is some science and some physical attributes to it. So let's just kind of get right into it. If you guys can see how I'm holding the pick, really is if you guys kind of like, if you make a fist like this. All right, I'm going to turn my hand maybe over this way. If you make a fist, right, and then relax this knuckle a little bit, right? So it's not all the way out with these bent, right? Those knuckles bent, but it's not all the way clenched, right? It's kind of like a little bit more relaxed, and your thumb just kind of sits right there, and it just comes like a 90-degree angle down from your thumb. All right, right there, just kind of tucked nicely in there. Just kind of see it from this angle if I move those fingers out of the way. That's kind of what it looks like. Now, the reason why this is the proper way is it's kind of like if you're holding a baby and you're holding a baby like all the way out, you don't really have a whole lot of control. It's not the safest way. You want to hold baby a little bit closer to your body. Now, so that would be like all the way out here, right? So kind of like, you know, my fingers are my arms and my hand is my body, right? That is not going to give me a lot of control, right? But if I tuck it all the way in and hold it that close to my body like I would a baby, I'm not going to be able to move it unless I'm moving my body or my hand. So right, I want to be able to get a little bit of movement. So I want the control of having it close to my body, my hand, right? But I still want to be able to move it quickly. So I'm going to have the control, but just have it out from my body a little bit, out from my hand, okay? So that's why this kind of makes a little the most sense. Now, when we're talking about not just control, but speed and being able to navigate between and really light, right? One of the main components of heavy picking or louder picking versus light picking is going to be the pressure of squeezing the pick. Now, this is where we get a little bit physical with it. When we're talking about playing with our left hand, right, and we're using our thumb back here, this muscle is so much stronger. Your thumb is so much stronger than your fingers. Just like every time I do it, I have my kids do it all the time. I'll have them put their hand out and pinch their finger until it hurts, right? But if I have them just kind of like pinch against here, because a lot of people have this grip problem, right, where they just want to play here, you can't get that much strength out of it, right? You can't get that much strength out of your fingers that you can with your thumb. So when you're playing, you're actually, the strength part of your playing is coming from your thumb and that muscle specifically, and then the speed and the dexterity is coming from your fingers. Right, so your thumb is kind of taking a bunch of the load. So right here is the same thing. When you're going in and out of light and heavy picking, right, the squeeze is coming all now from your thumb, right? Because obviously, like, your finger can't press up that way. So that's why this is really important. If you are holding it this way or this way, right, you're starting to use this muscle and these tendons. You're going to get super tired, super quick, which means you're not going to be able to fill a whole dynamic field, right? As soon as you start getting tired, right, that 0 to 50 dynamic starts to get a little lost. Just like when we're talking about this, right, going nice and light. As soon as I start bringing these muscles in, I start now only being able to start from that volume, and I can't go any lighter because I can only go from where the bigger muscles are starting to get utilized, because the smaller muscle groups are starting to get tired, okay? So it's the same thing with this. You just want all of the dynamic squeeze to be coming from this muscle and this thumb. That is the proper way to hold the pick, and just like as you can see here, right, if you're strumming, you know, you get that little kind of doorknob turn thing going on. You can squeeze, that's where you squeeze to get that, or just nice and light, not so much squeeze to get like a little bit lighter. And then lastly, not losing control in the actual hold of the pick, because I know if you guys are holding it out like this, it's easily popped out, especially if you start getting tired, if your fingers start getting a little bit tired. This definitely gives you a way more like grip and way more control to just hold on. And again, that might be a little bit uncomfortable for people at first, but it is going to, it's definitely going to help solve issues down the line. So like I said, I never thought I would do a video like this, but I really do hope that that helps, because there is, when you're talking about holding a pick this way, there is a physical and strength reason for it, and not just because it's comfortable. So I hope that helped, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.